Dear members of the International Batadu Federation, my name is Moon Hee-wan, head of the Korean branch of the Federation. I would like to briefly introduce our sword production and extend my greetings. Fortunately, under U.S. Tariff Code 9307, the duty rate is only 3.4%, and products under $800 are duty-free. This ensures there are no significant obstacles for U.S. customs clearance, export, or import. Some members have requested a catalog. Since our factory frequently updates sword fittings such as tsuba, fuchi, and kashira, and decorations, we have not produced printed catalogs recently. Instead, we have prepared a YouTube video catalog, introducing both traditional Korean swords and Japanese-style swords. About 15 years ago, my son studied under Matsuba Ichiro in Kyushu, Japan for 5 years, learning Japanese sword-making techniques. Since then, in cooperation with Kongju National University, a leading institution in Korean metal engineering, and with government support, we have introduced the latest facilities and combined traditional craftsmanship with modern precision technology to produce high-quality swords, including props for Korean films and dramas. In terms of quality, our swords offer the same beauty, cutting ability, and shock absorption as Japanese-made swords, while being more reasonably priced. We are confident that our products will meet the Federation's expectations. Additionally, we can create custom swords in any style or with any decorations you desire, including tachi, katana, and wakizashi. To support the global activities of the Federation, we are offering a 20% discount to branch managers or riders who place orders from anywhere in the world. Please review our products in the attached video. We look forward to your valuable opinions and feedback, and we hope our swords can support the activities of the Federation worldwide. Thank you. Sincerely, Moon Hee-wan, Head, Korean Branch, International Batadu Federation.
Based on Korean traditional sword production technology, Moon Jun-ki, the second generation of Koryo-do sword, studied under Japan's famous sword producer Matsuba Ichiro for 5 years to learn Japanese traditional sword-making techniques. By combining this knowledge with Korea's advanced scientific production facilities, the company produces Korean traditional swords and broadcast props. Koryo-do Sword is a second-generation family business that also operates a library for traditional weapons, museums, and local residents. In particular, the company cooperated with Professor Kwon Ho-young of Gongju National University in Korea to integrate new materials, manufacturing technology, and succeeded in modernizing production by using the latest equipment such as metal casting machines and robotic heat treatment systems with government support. The finished sword products are reliable in quality because they are directly verified and authenticated by Moon Hee-wan, a veteran kendo master. In addition, co-representative Na Yeon-hee has participated in the production of about 300 Korean films, broadcasts, and historical dramas, including Myeongyang, Goblin, and others, and has also contributed to the production of large-scale national props, such as the Suwon Hwaseong Festival and the Baekje Cultural Festival. Regarding exports, under Customs Agreement 9307, swords are not an issue since tariffs are only 3.4% even when the value exceeds $800. In the future, we will continue to do our best to produce high-quality products by using advanced equipment based on the traditional technologies of Korea and Japan, and to promote them in the global market.
In the heart of Korea lies Koryo-do Sword, where the ancient art of Korean sword-making lives on. Forge and craftsman close-ups. For centuries, this tradition has been passed down. In Daejeon City, our master craftsmen shape each blade with precision, blending the spirit of Korean martial arts with the elegance of fine art. Cut to Moon Hee-wan with sword demonstration. Led by Moon Hee-wan, director of the International Batado Federation in Korea and a 6th Dan master, Koryo-do Sword stands at the crossroads of heritage and innovation. Footage of Jung-gi Moon working at forge, Japanese-style blade in progress. His son, Jung-gi Moon, trained in Kyushu, Japan, under Master Matsuba Ichiro for 5 years. Today, we craft both Korean and Japanese swords, a perfect harmony of tradition and modern technology. Swords in museum display historical drama clip. More than weapons, these are works of art, balanced, strong, and full of cultural meaning. Our creations appear in historical dramas, films, and cultural performances, bringing Korean history to life. We also operate the Traditional Weapons Museum, led by Na Yeon-hee, where visitors discover the history, symbolism, and craftsmanship behind each blade. At Koryo-do Sword, we honor the past, shine in the present, and carry the legacy of the Korean sword into the future. In our last video, I introduced Japan's style of Blue Dragon and Kangtaegum, produced by Koryo-do Sword. Today, I want to share with you two masterpieces that rival those in beauty and craftsmanship. The first is the Black Tiger Sword, a blade of intense strength and dignity infused with the soul of a devoted craftsman. Inspired by the tiger, a symbol of Korea, this sword embodies the grace and power of the legendary Black Tiger. The second is Giwugap, inspired by a 15th century Korean painting depicting a mokdong, a shepherd boy, riding home while playing a flute. Celebrated as one of the finest artworks of its time, it captures the serene and peaceful spirit of the Joseon dynasty, now reborn in the form of a sword. Both blades combine traditional Korean forging techniques with Japanese sword-making methods. Whether through wariha-tetsu or other layered steel processes, you can choose the style of blade you prefer. Multi-layer forging requires about 1 month to complete, but the result offers exceptional cutting power, shock absorption, and unmatched artistic beauty. These swords are more than just works of art. They are fully functional, professional-grade blades designed for real cutting. Upon request, we can create custom designs, adjust the blade length, or craft unique decorative fittings. Now, let's look at footage taken a few years ago, featuring a single, clean cut where the blade moves as if drawing a line through the air, and that moment when you first grip the sword and feel its perfect balance and stability. For Black Tiger and Giwugap, the Tsuba handguard features different designs. When placing your order, please specify the exact shape and pattern you desire. A sword is both a weapon and a piece of art, a faithful companion in training your body and mind.
The Black Tiger Sword is a forged blade produced in 2022, the year of the lunar Black Tiger, a year considered highly auspicious in Korean tradition. In addition to the year's symbolic strength, the month, day, and time of its creation were chosen for their favorable sheep energy in traditional fortune-telling, believed to bring good luck and ward off misfortune. The sword's front bears 27 protective Buddhist incantations engraved in gold, while the reverse features 191 celestial characters. These inscriptions reflect ancient Buddhist influences that entered the Korean peninsula long ago, best understood as part of our nation's rich cultural heritage, not mere superstition. The blade itself is exceptionally strong, capable of easily cutting through bamboo or tatami. Its fittings, including the tsuba, handguard, are adorned with three-dimensional Korean tiger motifs, symbolizing strength and national pride. Originally priced at 1.3 million Korean won, it is now available at a special discounted price of 910,000 Korean won, approximately USD $700, shipping included. As the price is under $800, U.S. import duty is only 3.4%, making it especially affordable for Korean Americans wishing to commemorate Korean heritage. The Black Sign Sword is celebrated for both its artistic craftsmanship and outstanding performance. A true 2022 masterpiece with no compromises in quality. Combining beauty, cutting ability, and cultural symbolism, it is a rare opportunity to own a remarkable sword at a reasonable price.
What kind of sword is your sword? The one you use? A sword must be beautiful. That is why we call it an artistic sword. However, beyond beauty, there exists advanced craftsmanship. This black traditional sword is a crystallization of hundreds of years of traditional techniques, such as forging, quenching, heat treatment, polishing, carving, and inlaying, and Korea has been built upon a deep historical heritage that has been passed down since the Three Kingdoms period, 2,000 years ago. Here, the sword-making techniques and metal processing skills of Korean artisan Moon Jun-ki, who studied for 5 years under Master Matsuba Ichiro in Kyushu, Japan, have been combined with precision manufacturing techniques utilizing modern scientific equipment supported by the Korean government, resulting in a sword of even higher quality. A sword crafted with such precision has a very stable center of balance, allowing it to cut smoothly and completely without shock when swung. With excellent shock absorption and cutting power, it is cleanly cut, embodying the true spirit of the sword. This sword is imbued with the power of protection, safeguarding its owner along with good fortune. To widely promote the spirit of Iaido around the world, this renowned sword is offered at a special discounted price for a limited time. I will gift a gold mark to the leaders from around the world who met with me at the Tokyo conference for a certain period of time.
Joseon is the old name of Korea, and it had a very special sword, the Jukjangdo, or bamboo kun sword. At first glance, it looks like a simple walking stick, but when the hidden lock is released, a blade appears, a secret traditional weapon. In Buddhism, canes made from lightning-struck trees are sacred. Among the 18 Dharma items a monk must carry, this staff symbolizes wisdom, passed from master to disciple, a mark of authority. In 1593, when Japan invaded Joseon, monk Samyong used this weapon to lead monk soldiers and protect innocent civilians. It's not a sword for killing, but a sword to save lives. Goryeo Sword has faithfully recreated this symbolic weapon, based on historical records. We also tested its cutting power. Bamboo and straw were cleanly cut. It serves well for hiking, farm defense against wild boars, or even for martial arts training. We proudly present Korea's unique Jukjangdo, the wisdom of our ancestors, reborn. Once every 12 years, during the Year of the Tiger, the Royal Court of Joseon forged a sword of protection, the Sanjeom, the exorcist sword. This is not a decoration. It is a traditionally forged blade, hammered by hand at a precise time and date as recorded in the annals of the Joseon dynasty. Using fire and steel crafted with manual forging and hammer, sometimes combined with modern forging machines for strength. If a Samtaguk symbol is added, it becomes the powerful Samjeonggeom. Each blade features 27 constellations in Chinese seal script, engraved with gold, silver, or copper inlay. In 2024, the year of the Azure Dragon, another sacred sword was born, the Sajinjeom. A ray of dragon light pierces Altair and Polaris, cutting through evil and bringing peace. Priced from 1.25 million won to 3.5 million won, these swords are forged with proof of date and intent, not imported, but born from Korean tradition. In a time of global conflict and uncertainty, may this sword carry the spirit of peace and strength into your life. U.S. service members in Korea should purchase a Korean lucky and mysterious sword, the Korean General Sword, Samjeong Sword, to commemorate their service in Korea. In particular, American soldiers who participate in the Korean War get a 10% discount. Currently, there are 3 grades for Korean General Swords: 1.25 million won, 9060 in C-level Korean money, and 2.7 million won, 1957 in B-level Korean money. There are 3 types of A-level Korean money, 3.5 million won, $2,537, and you can apply a 10% discount. U.S. shipping costs are to be paid by the buyer.
Hwando, the sword of Joseon. The single-edged sword widely used during the Joseon dynasty was called the Hwando. The name Hwando first appeared in the 3rd year of King Chungryol's reign, in 1277. Through cultural exchanges between the Yuan dynasty and Joseon, the Hwando developed into a blade set in a knife-style mount. Originally, it was a straight-edged sword, but over time it gradually transformed into a curved type, evolving into a form more suitable for actual combat. This development was influenced by Mongolian military swords and the sabers of the Yuan dynasty. In the records of the Joseon annals, the Hwando is described in detail. Later, as martial arts spread widely among the people, the Hwando was completed as a sword designed for real battlefield use. The Hwando was not just a weapon, it was a symbol of the nation's spirit, carrying the soul of the Korean soldier. The Sangam sword was a rare and sacred weapon of the Joseon dynasty, reserved only for the royal family and a select pair of the king's elite escort warriors. It was more than a weapon, it symbolized authority, honor, and divine protection. In 2022, the year of the Black Tiger, a reproduction was created, carefully aligned with the lunar calendar. In Joseon tradition, swords forged in the year of the tiger were believed to carry spiritual power, the ability to ward off disasters and drive away evil spirits. For this reason, The star sword was also known as a sacred protective blade. Its practical power is undeniable. The blade is sharp and durable, able to cut cleanly through bamboo and tatami. The design also carries deep Korean symbolism. The tsuba, or guard, is engraved in 3 dimensions with the image of a tiger, paired with a dragon, representing the triumph of good energy over evil. The fittings were designed in a way that offered convenience to archers, reflecting the martial culture of Joseon. The greatest feature of the star sword is its rarity. It was made only once every 12 years, during the tiger or dragon year, and in extremely limited numbers. Thus, it was not a common weapon, but a mark of honor and royal authority, awarded only to generals and high ministers. This reproduction by Koryo-do sword is a true masterpiece, combining artistry, functionality, and spirituality. With its sharpness, beauty, and sacred symbolism, the star sword remains a cultural treasure that preserves the history, spirit, and craftsmanship of Joseon to this day.
Greetings! On behalf of the Goryeo Sword, hello. I am Moon Hee-won, the promotional director of Goryeo Sword. Currently, I operate a traditional sword manufacturing company in Korea, and I also manage the production and supply of weapons for historical dramas, as well as a traditional weapons museum. Previously, I served as an officer in the Republic of Korea Army for over 22 years. 25 years ago, when I visited Japan to participate in a Iaido tournament held in Tokyo, I was introduced to Japan's traditional sword culture and its production sites. At that time, I was deeply moved by the elegance and refined dignity of Japanese tradition, which led me to decide to introduce traditional Japanese production techniques to Korea. After that, I sent my son, Moon Jun-ki, who was 25 at the time, to study under the famous blacksmith of swords Matsuba Ichiro in Kyushu, Japan, where he systematically learned traditional Japanese blacksmith techniques for 5 years. As a result, our efforts received official recognition from the South Korean government in terms of technological prowess and cultural value, and we were able to receive significant support in establishing production facilities that incorporate advanced technology while preserving traditional manufacturing methods. At the official dinner of the IBF Taikai tournament held in Japan at the end of last year, we had the honor of officially introducing the activities of the Goryeo Sword for the first time in front of Federation officials gathered from around the world. Our Goryeo Sword offers special benefits to martial arts officials worldwide, including IBF members. In particular, for those who wish to engage in long-term transactions as a branch, sub-branch, the wholesaler, dealer is also operating a supply system. We confidently guarantee excellent quality at reasonable prices and propose transactions based on trust. In the future, we plan to share various materials such as product photos, demonstration videos, and production site videos, allowing anyone to directly experience our craftsmanship and technical skills. Although I have been suffering from Parkinson's disease for the past 5 years, my passion and calling for traditional weapons remain strong. Our Goryeo Sword is producing both traditional Korean royal swords and Japanese traditional swords, inheriting the techniques, aesthetics, and spirit of both countries. If you have the opportunity, I hope you will definitely visit South Korea. We offer a tour of the traditional sword-making site, broadcasting props, and the traditional weapons museum, along with opportunities to experience tatami and bamboo cutting. Additionally, we provide free access to our guest house and will guide you to famous tourist attractions in Korea. And I will give you the pure gold mark of the International Swordsmanship Federation that I made a long time ago for free, so you can attach it to your sword. Thank you.